afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, Warrior 1 vs 1 on Arnhem checkpoint here between the South 34th something. We'll just call him Deinhard because that's going to be a lot bloody easier in the longer run here, fighting for the Oberkommando West. For Deutschland for the 21st Panzer Division going up versus Moetschi, fighting for the United States of America for the 1st Armored Division. And we got here riflemen on the way. We got bullets for all riflemen, by the way. For Deinhard, it's infantry, anti-tank guns and machine guns. Bullet doctrines are airborne, armor and rifle versus Luftwaffe, scavenge and fortifications. They always find fortifications ends up being sort of a, you know, if you got Luftwaffe, why would you go for fortifications? I mean, since most people tend to just use this like a poorer Luftwaffe anyways. Anyways, folks, on the way, we've got an early coup on this, so please get some very interesting sort of aggressive play here from Deinhard. A bit rare from the Oberkommando's players. In this case, he's opting to sort of disrupt his opponent's sort of early game, throw him off a bit there. Though, of course, at the same time, it's going to come at the cost of sort of grabbing territory. We've got here Fulton's following up, so it's not going to say a huge one stage if we've gone for what Spanky does and go for several Sturm Pioneers. Of course, it's going to have less firepower, but on the other hand, he will have a better chance of controlling the map. And there we go again, he's sort of really trying to disrupt and again deny Moetschi fuel and other resources there. Of course, he might try and grab the fuel point itself, though it's going to be a bit trickier than sort of defending. He's going to have to sort of defend a much longer route here compared to his opponent. So it's a bit risky, but not, you know, entirely bad if he can pull it off. But we might get Fulton up the east, so he's also spreading out here pretty quickly. That's a bit more inherently risky, since really if he's going for that kind of an aggressive move here, which it really seems like, you know, he needs to focus more forces around him to really pull it off. But there you go, Americans quickly moving up. They're standing at the sort of entrance to the front yard. Kuhlwagen Sturmpanzer moving in. He might want to take a position here where there's more cover, instead of sort of taking the most open approach, where the rifle could easily hit the Sturm Pioneers. Swing for the fuel point there. We got additional filters on the way for Deinhard. We got more rifle there for Moetschi. He's up to 3 rifle squads plus a rear echelon squad. Got a few troops there moving about. Truck hanging about here. Looks like he might be planning to set something about here. Belgroup headquarters or flat half track. I mean, both could work with him either way there. In particular, goes for a flat half track. I mean, he's really going to play aggressively and sort of try and hold it. Flat half track would probably be one of the better options here. Once they're assaulted by riflemen, trying to set up cover there. Not good there, getting back the car, but again we're getting to strike here for the fuel point once more. I mean, right now we're seeing here basically sort of Deinhard being, I think, a bit too greedy, sort of trying to really hold a large chunk of the map, that large belt, if you will, and problem is, you know, he can't really do that, not just using the forces he has. He's sort of concentrating, sort of just taking an area and then sort of pushing forward from there. Instead, he's trying to make for sort of a very broad push, and it's a lot more tricky for him. I mean, the Kuhlwagen does help a bit, but, you know, it's not without its flaws. Jumping with the echelons, M1 carbines firing back there. The M1 carbine base is sort of a weapon meant for sort of, well, rear echelon troops, service personnel, basically men not meant for the front line. Funny fact is, the guys at the front line rather liked it, partly due to, well, its ease in accuracy, because it wasn't using quite as powerful bullet, but of course also its high rate of fire. Though of course it generally took a few more shots to bring down your average enemy with it, which was a bit of a complaint with it, but overall it had its advantages. In fact, sort of designed, you know, to not, well, basically sort of a replacement for pistols, and pistols, well, tend to have a tendency of being able to allow the owner to shoot himself in the foot. Rifles or carbines, notably less, and that was basically what they were going for, something a bit more foolproof. But folks are moving about, rifle taking up position there, opening up only Volksgrenadiere, Kuhlwagen holding up here. Going for both fuel points here. I mean, it seems to be sort of paying off, but again, it's coming at a high risk, and again, if Moetschi just decides to push with some force at either point there of the map, he could have some trouble, but even then, you know, he's just himself pushing a bit more broadly, and it's sort of working here. In particular, using some of the buildings here. I mean, Deinhard here simply can't concentrate on forces, and we got airborne called in here. 82nd called in. We got Pathfinders arriving to lead the way with a mix of, well, Garans and some carbines. I believe, and there we go. Kuhlwagen moving up, taking hits there from the riflemen. You need to be careful. Trying to move here using the cover, by the way. A bit hard to suppress while in cover, even light there. It's not quite as large a bonus as you're in a heavy cover, so you can't really expect much. For example, just quickly flanking there around to Kuhlwagen, it can work. Anyways, Volkswagen's moving up. We've got incendiary grenades ready there, of course, nerfed here with the hot fix up. And there you go, rifle pushed away. Simply too much German resistance. And then go again, pushing forward here. Very aggressive play there. Very aggressive play. Sturmpanzer needs to counterattack alongside the Volksgrenadiers. We've got 3 Volksgrenadiers. We also got a battle group head going up, and we got a fort retreat point already prepared. Kugelwagen's going to need repairs. We also got the Lieutenant out here, so both places are really escalating things quickly, though. Moetschi with both Pathfinders and a Lieutenant is probably escalating a bit faster. Pathfinder shooting a bit away there. Kugelwagen gaining veterans you want. We need to get that thing repaired. I mean, it's veterans you want now. If you can get repaired, you could certainly use it a bit more aggressively again. And we got an M20 on the way there for Moetschi. The M20 utility car. We got Futsal moving up down the right flank with a Panzer Shrek. He's obviously a bit worried about any vehicles. Of course, once he's the Lieutenant, he's certainly got reason to worry. The stuff he's not getting Arkednev, which is going to be also a good addition here, particularly with all the buildings in the centre. He could easily set up an anti-tank position that way. Pathfinder's gaining a second kill there. Sturmpanzer on the building, shooting at the Lieutenant, not repairing the Kugel. Bit more pushing in the left flank. And he's basically, I think, just using the Pathfinder to just support his other infantry in the centre and, you know, just pick off wounded men, since that's what they're decently good at. You're just killing any wounded and not quite full health troops there. Basically bleeding out an opponent who's sort of, well, basically going for a protracted battle. We're closing in on veterans you want already. Kugelwagen is there, and Volks is basically sort of setting up there. That could actually allow Moetschi to push against it. If Moetschi were to get a 50 caliber position, he could probably do some nasty work here, since again he's going to fall around here, concentrating a lot of infantry, and a good 50 caliber sort of shooting here could suppress a lot of the troops, basically pinning down, force him to cancel that, and then retreat further back, leaving them in the battle group headquarters exposed. But there you go, we got the M20 up there, armoured skirts up. Folks there taking a few hits, point there being grabbed, folks are pushed away there by the rifleman, M20 might move to try and do a bit of damage there on the retreating troops. Found that Mardus, got pushing up here. Work, Lieutenant in the church, all having a good position there to fire at the Krauts. With themselves backed up into a cafe, with the others behind some random bits in a truck. Light infantry gone away, adding some artillery to slow down the Americans' advance, but also make it harder for them to defend. Not a bad choice, not a bad choice. No doctrine there from Deinhard as of yet. We got an ambulance on the way there from Moetschi. Pathfinders here with 3 kills. Veterans 1 continue to shoot away. And there's Nazis falling a bit back there. Actually, low on health, so good decision there by Moetschi without necessarily wasting more troops from manpower. And of course, also wanting to feed more experience to Deinhard's Truppen. Should consider an active for the retreat now, unless he's actually planning to up the ambulance to the front line. But now we see here things have turned around. All of a sudden now it's Moetschi who's dominating the map. Deinhard here is on the back foot. His force not looking too good all of a sudden. Having a hard time there again maintaining that kind of map control without any strong points. Lack of doctrine. Certainly not helping it either. Got paratroopers available now here for Moetschi. Moving up the Pathfinders again. Just keeping the distance to allow them to just pick off the wounded. Well, the weakened. I suppose you could also call them up. To get some time there before someone else goes. And there we go. Light infantry gun firing in there. Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz. And Lieutenant there needs to retreat. Vetri 2 would be a shame here for Moetschi to lose at this point. Paratroopers right now I think could be a good investment. I mean, equipping another Thompsons or some rounding up machine guns. You could definitely do some harm there to Deinhard's infantry if you wanted to. Rather than force back, then we got Deinhard basically holding up his men and pushing forwards here. But of course, at the same time, Malik does give him a lot of sort of localized power. On a map like this in particular, it doesn't actually give you so much, you know, good map control at all, since it's very open, which to a certain extent actually minimises the effectiveness of a blob, since, you know, they're all about, you know, trying to focus upon one spot. On an open map, you can sort of more quickly play around them and harass more aggressively. So if Moetschi does that, he can really punish Deinhard there, but looks like he's already spreading out there. That's better. Also decent supporting range of each other. Sandbags going up there, good work. M20 looking for retires in this case, catching the steel punish by the fountain. Unit wiped out there, those were the rear echelons, a bit of loss there for Moetschi and the United States of America. But harassing, cutting off resources, going on there for both sides, no further tech up. No upgrades either. I mean, Moetschi right now could also consider if he's not going to prepare for machine guns and whatnot, to just basically get a weapon rack on, not going to get his men with VARs, for example, further that way, push against Deinhard's infantry. Quick Patrick that connects with the M20 utility car, folks that are overwhelmed. Bit of shooting about there, troops pressed. I'm getting the light infantry shoots out of hand in that. troops here forced to stop by the M20, which could do some repairs. 9 killed probably halfway to victory 2. And another artillery barrage there, troops suppressed. And we got fortification chosen, MG34 on the way. The question is that the only thing he's ever going to use? Because again, you know, he might as well then go for Luftwaffe, and he'd probably be able to get more of that, like say for example, Fallschirmjäger. Of course, end up seeing here what it is Deinhard does with it. Either way, the MG34 is being pulled forward here to the front line. Pathfinder continues to kill away there. 5 kills closing in on Veteran T2. And we got a truck coming up here, likely a Schwerpanzer quarters meant to just cover up the fuel point, making it harder for Moetschi to try against that. Of course, deny him that fuel point. Sensible thinking, of course. At this point, it's also going to, you know, rather isolated from the main forces. Schwerpunkt, which is in the centre, meaning, you know, anti-tank guns could actually pretty swiftly deal with it. Going for the point there. Pathfinder pulling a bit back, but again shooting into Germans exposed here. Left and centre. And we've got an anti-tank gun driving in. Very interesting to know here, Moetschi has so far not utilised a single pair to call in. But he's actually calling in anti-tank guns, not a bad idea, and so also on the way to sort of play the Americans, he use the paratroopers doctrine, so you know, supply yourself either machine guns or anti-tank guns, depending on if you go platoon command or company command post, and that sense does give you a little bit of tech flexibility, if you will. Plus some pretty damn impressive infantry. Jump eyes moving about. Pathfinders are now Veteran T2 hiding here. Behind the truck, talking about sandwiches.
We're losing a capture point.
Bit of action here again, like infantry gun doing what it can, but it does actually draw away fire here from the main force, which is actually the advantage, I think, of Moetschi here. So that ends up being a nice little distraction. Still on Pioneers need to go in, they're taking heavy fire. We got the MD-34 here, holding up the American advance. Going to force the troops there. There we go. Just move down the west side into the centre of the village. MD-34 can of course then follow up. Maybe take a percentage and begin firing at the American. By the way, he's pushing forward here, getting some hits on the front, so we've got a full retreat. I'm trying to do some good damage. Again, the lack of anti-tank weapons, except for the Volksbund, which are all over there, rather gives the M20 a lot more work room. Basically, there's less to worry about. Of course, here with the Schwerpanzer quarters up, Panzer Force is only an option. And a part of me would also think, you know, that Deinhard here is going to go for some Obersoldaten. There goes the 10 fighting away. Veteran T3. 8 kills halfway to Veteran T3. Lieutenant pushed away. They took quite some nasty losses there from MD-34. And Seful's Grenadiere. Right, we're continuing to blast away from there. Troops reinforcing, healing up. And we got take up there for Moetschi. So he's going to be able to get his own arm out on the field as well. But a lot of ammunition are being floated. Really, Moetschi, either call in some paratroopers or get some weapon racks out and get some weapons out on the field. It's starting to look a bit awkward there with all that munitions. I mean, it could really give it a huge edge there versus the Volksbund. This definitely would struggle versus Riflemen and, for example, Pathfinders with VARs. I mean, a Pathfinder squad with double VAR is very nasty since it very nicely combos with their, you know, marksmen, because they very quickly decimate units if you want.
Battalion just released a major for action.
Got a major out there. Lieutenant sprinting forwards, full of courage. Heroism. Of course, they're pushed back. Deinhard definitely a bit on the defensive here, but he's close to going to be able to call in the Panzer IV. All of a sudden, there would be a good intermediate solution. 10 kills there, very close to Veteran T3. If they hit Veteran T3, it's going to be much more difficult to deal with, since, of course, well, higher range and greater accuracy means, of course, they're just more lethal, in particular their marksman abilities, of course, becomes more nasty, so they can do it from farther away, thus carrying out a larger chunk.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
They're pushing there, pushing up here as well. Lieutenant might want to stay on the right side of the cover, considering where the enemy is most likely to come from, which is this area, not, you know, that area. Veterans 1, they like to use the Panzerjäger shots. Veteran 2 on the M20. That's bad news for the German infantry. Nothing. He could go for a Scott, but I'm betting he's going to go for a Sherman first to help, you know, deal with any armoured fleets that might also arrive here for Deinhard, who's only getting closer to the Panzer IV. Still no use for Stockton besides a single MG-34. We could at least consider calling out a second one to help him control the battlefield more. And spotting the Schwerpanzer quarters just in the nick of time. They're able, thanks to his Veteran 3, to quickly get out of there. Guys, I think we're supposed to go the other way. This is bad.
Overrunning one of our capture points.
Setting up some sandbags there, and another leichtes Infanterie shoots. Deinhard not say going for orbital Darden. Seemingly just equipping all his forces with Panzerschrecks, just the sort of usual Volk spam, which does seem to make a bit of a return there for not very interesting reasons. Of course, the 50 caliber right here would be quite effective then for Moetschi, and could suppress this large force. But even then, you know, he's actually doing quite a bit of damage, and the Pathfinder certainly helping out. But again, paired with the brown light machine guns, lots of VARs, all of those would also be good counters for all these Volksgrenadiers. I'm guessing here Deinhard is hoping for the light infantry guns to do most of the pulling then against the infantry. But Sherman on the way there, and a bit more from calling the Panzer IV, and to tank and could by the way be moved up here to sort of deal with the Schwerpanzer quarters. Got a larger position here, support by artillery, and there we go, good hit on the Pathfinders from the light infantry gun. Should also give it a nice chunk of experience there. And there we go, clever move there. If you can't go for the fuel point directly, then go for the cut-off point. Very nicely done there. At the same time, MG34 on the church covering up the centre there, making it more difficult for Moetschi to move in there. Not bad, not bad. Sherman almost ready. And folks, they're pushed away. We got another unit. Oh, and they're just taking up shots now at the battle group headquarters. Just shoot at the truck, men, but I think it's bulletproof, sir. I don't care, just shoot it. And there we go, Panzer IV on the way. We got the ambulance moving up. It looks like we're paying for some larger push here. At least he's paying to deal with this. I'm trying to move up to deal with some troops here. No Panzerschrecks. We got the Sherman as well. Put out a 50 cap. And he's got so much munitions. He's just saving up for some P-47s already. I mean, I really think we'd be doing a lot better again if we just went more aggressive against the infantry now, rather than preparing for armour in the future, because if he goes against the infantry now and controls the map, you know, there might not be any armour later. At least bit the logic there from my perspective. Either way, Panzer IV almost ready. 50 caliber on the way there. Bit of damage, good, good. And Panzerkampfwagen mobilized for Deutschland, the 21st Panzer Division. An elite Panzer Division, which is amongst other things fought in Normandy and North Africa. Ooh, lots of Panzer hits, they take quite a few hits there from the Schwerpanzer Corps as well, but trying for all the forces, actually crashing quite a few, and the rest of them are helping in as well. Double anchors going there, being pushed away. Got the Panzer IV moving in there. 4 kills, Panzer IV on the kill there. If you can get the Sherman, then that would be a good hit. Forces coming from the other side, but Pathfinder opening up there. Plus the Rifleman, ambulance with exposed position. Anti-tank needs to shut about. They got Lieutenant as well there. Anti-tank gets a good hit there. Sherman, up! What are you doing? But there we go. The Panzer IV with the effect of the anti-tank. He's seemingly pulling back here. Plus a lot of Riflemen could fire anti-tank rifle grenades at the engine block, but looks like that's not happening. Lions gun almost got the anti-tank gun. Incendiary rounds being fired from the MG34 as well here. Tank for the Rifleman doing good damage. Closing in on veterans too. More Volksguns being rushed up. Lieutenant in a bit of trouble. Anti-tanker needs to get away as well. And with the ambulance, he can't maintain this kind of pressure. But he was getting nice idea there. Just probably hadn't seen the Panzer IV rushing straight for the ambulance and knocking it out. Basically taking the wind out of his assault. Still, he did some damage there. Got a Volksguns called White. And he lost the anti-tanker. Now that's a harsh loss right there for Moetschi. But of course, again, note the way that Deinhard does all of these things. It's going to be very much, you know, just all force, which again then pretty much gives up the rest of the map in the process. And in this case, Moetschi is quite quick to sort of strike elsewhere. So that, in that sense, displays some nice tactical and strategic alacrity there from Moetschi. But time for the mid-game analysis. Counter-trading force-wise, I mean, Dotsi's got a pretty decent force, though again I wish it had a bit more, you know, depth in composition. If you're a kid for some orbital down, just something more than just mostly just Volksgrenadiers, infantry guns, and a single Panzer. He needs something extra. Continuing the Dots, you know, he's got options. He could consider laying down some trenches here. I mean, he wants to hold some of the territory. Again, if he wants to be greedy, he should lay down some trenches here and there, maybe supported by something else to hold it. Bunkers could be an option, maybe a Pack 43. Otherwise, Obersoldaten. Maybe mechanized for him to speed up further armour. Or you're in an infantry half-track, more specifically, and sort of spot out the enemy, and that way maybe try and predict things a bit better, and prepare thusly. That would help him, I think, a lot here, but either way, he needs to do something a bit more than just what he's currently doing. Also, a bit more flanking would be nice. From Moetschi's perspective, do something with all that bloody munitions. Get some weapons out, either some paratroopers, or get some BARs on those riflemen. Either way, Those two would be good choices there. Would allow him to do a lot more damage to the full gunners. Allow him a lot of effectiveness there, and of course could also allow a flank on the anti-infantry guns. Maybe work out quite better. But it will just bleed the full gunners so much harder. Which is really what Moetschi should be thinking about there. I mean, again, I can see, he's preparing for P-47, but you've got so much munitions, there's no need for it. Again, had he pushed harder, you could even, make things a lot harder for any Panzer Force to ride, because, again, they'd have a lot less support to count on. But there you go. Either way, spend some munitions now. Basically, again, either get some upgrades or get some paratroopers. I'm really surprised, by the way, he hasn't gone for any paratroopers at all. You'd usually expect that. We can also take a quick look at stats. Stat-wise, damage-wise, Deinhard leading, but kill-wise, it is Moetschi very much there. And if we look sort of here, sort of army value, they currently is somewhat equal, though we see a bit drop here from Moetschi. So there's a slight lead there for Deinhard at the moment. Slight. Otherwise, more aggressive harassment again, trying to take advantage again of the way that Deinhard places very much, just all in at one part of the map, use that sort of strike and the rest of the map, take that away while he's busy here, for example. If Moetschi does that, he could really drain Deinhard of resources, keep him constantly running his men about, and sort of catch up a few units here and there and do some serious damage. So I think that would actually be a very good strategy. But again, get some upgrades, man. Get some upgrades. Back to the fight here, he could of course also consider some caches up. Fuel caches would be nice. We got another ambulance here. Hopefully there's chance of survival in the previous one. And more fault gun, there's no considerations towards Obersoldaten whatsoever there from Deinhard. What's the additional Sturm Pioneers? Certainly haven't been doing much here for Deinhard either. And we've got mines down. I mean, that's also something could be used here. Mines. I'm surprised with all that trenching he's doing around in the map. He's not really laid down much, if any, mines except one. There you go, got one, which should help with the Panzer IV decide to strike around there. I mean, if that Panzer IV gets mobilized, that's going to be a huge victory there for Moetschi already. Sherman crashing ahead. And again, no. So just trying to hammer away, so they're moving strongly towards the west. He's sort of constantly shifting his attacks, ensuring that Deinhard can't at least predict where they're coming, and sort of has to deal something. And even then, some parts are being shifted over towards here, so that's basically a diversion and then a main attack. In this case, he might have sort of caught on. He was just basically attacking on his own there, having pushed away Moetschi, deciding he can't just be on the defensive all the time. Panzer IV taking hits from the anti-tank gun. Lieutenant though takes some nasty losses from the light infantry guns, blasting away there. Going for the victory point again, noting there's a slight lead there to Deinhard at the moment. Ever so slight, ever so light. Major holding up here. And the Panzer IV's ready to strike here. A few mines here would be nice, but looks like there's going to be nothing here to stop the Panzer IV. But of course, it's also nice any armour support here to Deinhard's men in the west, which certainly is not too bad either for Moetschi. Of course, he might risk losing the units here if he's not careful, which of course will also be a loss. However, the Sherman just blasting through the positions, crushing cover and threatening to crush men in the process. Could try and rush up the Major and actually use them to call in some artillery right there. That could actually be a reasonably successful option. Pathfinder there, 18 kills, 18 kills. Light infantry gun crew wiped out, and that was his veteran crew too. Bit of a loss there for Deinhard. 9 kills in the Sherman. Might want to get the M20 away there, Mr. Moetschi. Deinhard is quick to recruit the light infantry gun. Just reinforcing, healing Scott on the way to help deal with all the infantry. I mean, the heavy infantry play from Deinhard certainly does make a Scott there a decent option as long as he plays it properly. And artillery there bombarding the house. Pathfinders need to be a bit careful, they don't end up taking too many losses. Go, Joe dead. Sergeant Peters are going to have to make a decision there. As Feldwebel Reinhard orders his men ahead. Panzer arriving. And veteran one there for the Sherman. A few rockets there. In fact, a lot of rockets flying against the Sherman there. Doing a few good hits, but pulling back. Needs to take a distant path to ensure the Fox can't easily catch up. Then just sort of shooting bits. Scott not quite ready yet. Again, lack of anti-infantry weapons. Otherwise, no rifle with BARs, no paratrooper with Browning or Thompson. German or Panther all rushing in. He's really on the hunt there. Anti-tank gun is his only option to really defend the German there. Or, of course, he might try and use the M20 to distract. But there we go, there we go. Ambulance knocked out again. And we got the US Air Force here calling in. There we go, rockets flying. Infantry also close to the Panther 4. Could take a few hits there. Panther 4 almost knocked out. There we go, another rocket straight. And Fox are getting absolutely annihilated alongside the Panther 4. Two squads just wiped out here. Many other decimated. Plus one Panther 4 just belching up black smoke. A harsh loss right there to Deinhard. He got greedy and he got punished. And he still got plenty of munitions, which again, this means, he doesn't have to float all that munitions. Still, turned out to be a really good air call in there. Deinhard was punished severely for that one. I mean, he got an ambulance, but in return, he lost a lot more. He's always just flying the field with more Volksgun than this. Again, no attempt at orbital Darden. Or additional steel and punish. Nothing really there. Moetschi on the hand's got Rifleman, Lieutenant, Pathfinders, and the Pathfinders really, just going to town here on Deinhard's troops. And that's 23 kills. And again, paratroops would be even better, but for some reason Moetschi's not considering them or doesn't want to use them. Got the Scott ready. Sherman also ready to do something, but nothing so far. Panther 4 rolling ahead. Infantry swiftly supporting. Scott firing. Close, close. Ramnik caught the M20 supporting. Plus the Lieutenant in the distance. He might want to move up close a bit to support the M20 and the Major a bit better. Continuing there was sort of just lumping up his troops there. Again, max force there. But also rather bunting up his troops if he's the ability in front of the Sherman. There we go, full retreat there, threatening to be crashed or just slaughtered by the high close around here. Not entirely sure what Deinhard insists on continually blobbing there. Certainly not very pretty to look at. We've got the double line infantry guns, they're just hammering away at some empty ground. Perhaps trying to catch the anti-tank gun, perhaps not. Got another one called in there. Grabbing ports, they're using actually the Scott there. Bit risky if he gets caught there. He could end up accidentally handing over the Scott there to Deinhard. Second Panther, all every single repairs. Trying to just control the victory point, it seems. Against Deinhard, just bleed him out that way. You really should consider splitting out troops more using cover and so on.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Lots of rockets there, again. Panther needs to be careful he doesn't get a repeat of the last time he got greedy here, which again is clearly etched into the ground. Lieutenant holding up, they continue, he's really defending it, but would have been helpful he just used some of the cover there to make himself a bit harder to hit for the Germans. Rather than in there, forces being pushed back. More forces moving from that side, right into the line of fire of the Scott if they're not careful. 25 kills on the Pathfinders, are really getting a lot of kills here. They might have been the units who get the most continual kills out of anyone. Consider how many kills have been made here. That's about almost a quarter of the kills for Moetschi. That's just his Pathfinders. That ought to give you an idea of how good Pathfinders can be if they're used properly. They really can just bleed out your opponent. Forces moving in there, Rifleman under fire, going for the points there. Panther ready to strike again. No upgrade for it, by the way, and he's being, I think, a bit more cautious with it than the previous one, which also means he's not getting so much damage done with it. Got the Sherman getting in, but close eventually too. And he can soon actually get another Sherman he wants to. Of course, he could also just try and aim for a Jackson. He was sort of just more specifically hard counter on the enemy armour. Of course, have to see what Moetschi's decision is, but there you go, Panther 4 versus the Sherman. Sherman there with high close rounds. It's going to have a bit of a problem here versus the Panther 4. Rockets flying there, Sherman down to half health. Light infantry gun fire. Oh, that's a Scott actually, never mind. Pathfinder's here covering up. 29 kills. They're really just killing away there. Sherman in trouble. Dear re-exposed to the Panther 4. Anti-tank in the ready. Good hits there. Panther 4 down to half. And we got another rocket strafe in. The US Air Force has one to be called in. Rockets flying away there. Houses crumble under the sheer explosive force of the rockets there. Almost got the Panther 4, but it barely makes it. It barely makes it to safety. Oh, got the Scott there. Looks like they actually got a bazooka there as well, hidden away. Still no attempt orbitals down there from Deinhard, and there you go. Crash straight down into a small tree, shattering it completely alongside itself. We got 3 echelons now there, and got another aircraft shut down. Straight into the orchard in the west. Well, the rifle making push there for centre victory point and the eastern victory point. He's not giving up there on the victory point, just constantly pushing against Deinhard, not allowing Deinhard to rest.
On the line.
Sherman almost ready again, but I wonder what he's planning here with that additional reassuring unit. Seeing he hasn't used them for the most battle, he's just there to sort of help with repairs, or is there some other plan in mind here for Moetschi? Doesn't look like repairs. Major somehow still alive. He's actually got 5 kills now. Impressive. Usually the Major does not perform that well. All just gets thrown away, but Moetschi does seem to be sort of investing some care into the use of his Major here, which is nice and rare to see. We got an additional Sherman there for Moetschi. More anti-infantry, but of course also need help with the Panther Force. Grenade there, force out of cover, out in the open there. Lieutenant, more rifle joining in there. Lots of casualties there piling up in the middle of the remains of the town square. And there goes Sherman, gets the force forcing them away. And we got another point here to jump on this time. They've definitely got no defense against the Sherman. Panther 4 veterans won, but only 1 kill really. Things are really falling apart here for Deinhard. At least he's struggling, to say the least. He can't get another Panther 4 now if he wants to. And so in that could perhaps give him enough sort of armour to push through to sort of properly support. And there you go, second Panther Horse Sherman moving in there. Go hitting the light infantry guns. And got away before the Panther 4 could actually respond. And good lord. Fulton squad, they're lost alongside the medics. Pathfinder's moving up there, 30 kills. Lots of rockets again. Pathfinder's in position here, and looks like he's actually upgraded them. We got BARs on them, so he's actually upgraded for BARs now. Took him long enough. And certainly the Pathfinder again is one of those squads that really benefit from it. I'm surprised, you know, he didn't do it soon. And of course, I think he might, I believe the bonus they get also then applied to the weapons they pick up, so the BARs actually have longer range than others. Of course, still have that accuracy bonus. That really makes those Pathfinders in this building quite a threat for any German infantry. Because of course the 2 BAs can do a lot of damage, and of course they can sort of pick off any wounded rather quickly afterwards. So a really nasty combo there. Taking a lot of fire from the Germans, so very intelligent getting it. Those verdammte Amerikaner out of there. And an MD-34 stopping the rifle head on. We got grenades up now as well, so all of a sudden Mitch is really upgrading his infantry. But sadly, not fast enough. They're getting shredded in front of the MD-34 before they pop that grenade. Sherman pulling back. Looks like we've got another assault here from Deinhard. Pantherful engaging the Sherman. Lord quickly going past him. Pantherful misses that range. Good Lord, Helmut. Aim! Panzer's flying, anti-tank taking up. We got armor piercing up as well there. And set up anti-tank as well to cover the flank. Pantherful's just blitzing in. One down already, on fire, completely wrecked. Almost knocked out already. There we go. And didn't quite get the Sherman either, but that's 2 Pantherfalls down. There we go. Game over. Game over. Victory here for Moetschi, a loss for Deinhard. Would rather lost most of his forces right there. 2 Pantherfalls lost. He's still got some infantry hanging about, but yeah, no, I mean, I don't really see much chance there. There's basically 2 Sherman, well, 1 Sherman left, but still a lot of troops, including veteran infantry Pathfinders with BAR, so you can still add more. There's still a chance of paratroopers. There's a veteran infantry lieutenant. The major seems doing something. I mean, overall, Deinhard is just basically being pummeled to death. He's taking 2 heavy losses by now to really, get back in the game. So I mean, that's rather GG. Then a victory for Moetschi, who handled this well. He sort of did well to avoid the blob when he did. Then he struck back there using the Shermans, driving straight into it, which is basically the way to sort of deal with these Panzeric blobs. Just drive your tank straight into them, keep pushing the infantry around, allowing your Shermans to shoot at them. Quite nicely done there. Good use of anti-tank guns. I would like to have seen some paratroopers, some early BARs, maybe some brown light machine guns, just something a bit more here. But the Pathfinders definitely were a good choice there, and he certainly got the most out of them. 33 kills. Rival Norton did well. Very well played him on Moetschi. Deinhard, initially good, but it just fell apart there, and they just sort of resorted to brute force, which ultimately Moetschi just easily played around them. So, some problems there, but good play and a good reaction from Moetschi, and I really think something to learn from there. And again, a good use of airborne doctrine, which I do think tends to get a bit forgotten here. So, I hope you all enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gives you different matches. If it did, why not subscribe? Tell your friends. Share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay and some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Ding. Cheers. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you all another time. Bye.